Hello everybody, and welcome to my new series. After making Silent Hunter 3 playthrough videos for the past few years, I have received a lot of comments asking about the mods I use in my videos. This series is intended to address those comments. The goal of this is to cover a few mods each week describing what they do and what they bring to the game. Now before we start, this series would not be possible without the amazing community at subsim.com. The community there is always there and ready to help anyone who may have a question for the game. If I ever got stuck or had a problem with installing a mod or just a game in general, they were there to help. And as for the modders, they have truly brought this gem of a simulation to life with their hard work and dedication. They have turned a 16-year-old game, turning 17 this year, into a true masterpiece. So before I continue, I just want to give a big thank you to everybody at subsim.com. The links to all the mods I'm about to cover will be in the description below, and they can be found on Subsim. And before I start, I need to mention that all of these mods will indeed be using a tool called Jexamy. And it's a tool that allows you to enable and disable your mods. I will make a video covering installation of these mods using Jexamy in the future if there is a demand for that. Another thing is that I'm not using any mega mod in these videos. All of these mods will be installed over stock Silent Hunter 3. I will most likely cover mega mods in the future, but as for now, I'd rather not play favorites in this series. I guess I didn't want it to look like that. And last but not least, when you mod your Silent Hunter 3 installation, you are taking a risk. Before you install any of these mods, read the manual to avoid any mishaps with your game installation. And I guess on that note, I'm not responsible for anything that might happen to your Silent Hunter installation, so let's just keep that in mind. I'd rather not take the blame for those, so... Anyway, without further ado, here's our first mod. So, the first mod we'll discuss today adds a beautiful environment to the game, making it a real pleasure to look at. As you can see, this is the mod in full effect. This mod is called Manos Environment Pro version 5, or we'll call it M.E.P for short. And this mod was created by Mockman94. This mod overhauls the environment and tweaks the way the sky, ocean, and the reflections of ships on the water look. The mod expands the horizons of the game to 20 kilometers out, giving a more realistic representation of how a U-boat crew would have spotted a ship on the high seas. This removes that ugly thick cloud of fog that you would have seen in the original stock Silent Hunter 3, which is normally at 8-kilometer atmosphere, so this is definitely an improvement of visual range. To complement this change, Mockman94 has included new visual sensors. They're an option that you can install, and the sub-mod increases how far out your crew can spot a ship. This works both ways though, so whenever you are pursuing enemy contacts, you'll need to be a little careful, because they can spot you further away as well. So it works both ways, as I said. The sensors are of course optional if that is just not your cup of tea, but the mod changes how all types of weather look in the game, from sunsets to harsh North Atlantic storms and everything in between. Alright, so the second mod we're going to cover is called Thomsen Sound Pack. Now, as you can reference from the title, this is a sound mod, and it adds hundreds of new sounds to this game, and it overhauls pretty much everything. I'm not sure what mods are still from stock, or sounds I should say, are still from stock Silent Hunter and what have been changed, but pretty sure all of them have been changed. Yeah, this mod is absolutely bananas. I mean, as you can hear, our diesel engines are humming away, and the bow spray sounds different, and all of that. He's redone the gun sounds, the airplane sounds, explosions, creaks when you're diving. There's 47 new creaks in the game, so, and they all play at different, I don't know, mixes, I guess you'd call it. Like, you'd hear one and then another. It's random, so you'll never get the same progression of creaks each time you play the game. There's also a 30-minute interior ambient noise, which changes, or you can change. There's 3 of them you can choose from. And yeah, so like you hear crew rummaging about in the background while you're at sea, and I think that's pretty cool as well. But yeah, there's new gun changes here. I'll show you. Let's actually man the deck guns. And don't worry about this UI. I will show you that in a future episode, dear viewer. So let's go ahead and man the guns. Now you can see my men are on the guns, and let's go to the flat gun first. Actually, let's do the deck gun. And as you can hear, the whole manning the guns is totally different now. So we're going to shoot right into the water here and hear the splash as well. So 3, 2, 1. And you can hear the splashes. Now the mod tries to, I don't know, model you know, light being faster than sound. So you'll see the explosion and then hear the sound effect. It can be kind of odd if you're using the free camera, but you know, you get, if there's a sound effect you don't like, you can always replace it. It's no big deal. And let's see the flat gun. This one's pretty awesome. And you can hear the shell casings hitting the deck. And we need to reload actually. But yeah, I always thought that was pretty cool. Let's not shoot our watch officer, that'd be bad. And if we'd be reloaded, there we go. So yeah, there's those. There's new sound effects whenever you launch a torpedo, like the tube door opening. Oh dear. Yeah, it's just everything has been fixed or changed, and you know, sound design is such a neglected part in video games. I feel like sound adds so much to video games, but that might just be me. I love the new sound, so this is definitely one of my favorite mods, and it's kind of a must. There's a few other sound mods out there as well, and I will be sure to do a video on them sometime soon. But for now, I'll leave you guys with possibly the best sound ever in this game. The last mod for today addresses the look of the crew. And these uniforms, as you see here, were created by Raptor, adds brand new look to your crew, recreating the gray leather uniforms you see in those pictures and in the film Death's Boot. I'm using the gray version of the mod, along with the all leather patch, which gives it this nice look. There's also sub-mod which removes the medals on the crew so you can't see those, which is always nice because, I mean, you would not wear your Iron Cross out on patrol. This also adds new uniforms to the officers, adding new caps that are highly detailed as well. And, I mean, there's a lot of other mods that replace the uniforms in Silent Hunter 3, but this is the one that I've always stuck with. It doesn't mean it's better, it's all personal preference, so I mean, I can just prompt you guys to go explore for some brand new uniform mods. This is Raptor's uniforms, created by Raptor, so just in case I didn't say that, making sure I did cover all my bases. Well, this actually concludes the first episode of this series. I hope you guys all enjoyed. I actually plan on making more videos like this in the future and covering more and more mods that I use, and if there's a mod you want me to cover, go ahead and list it below. I'd be glad to. This is one of my favorite games, so I figured I would, you know, do this, my little contribution to the community. Anyway, if you enjoyed, go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to be sure to see, if you want to see more, be sure to go ahead and sub so you're updated when the next episode is released. And with that, this is Wolfpack345 signing off.